Welcome back to Tom's Refurb, or as I like to call it, Tom's Brief Rub. Welcome back to the Tom's Refurb Trade Up Challenge, where I may very well have the fastest trade up yet. In previous months, I've had a lot of trouble trading my cars. Nobody wants them because they all kind of suck and they're weird. But this one, within 2 days, I had somebody that wanted it. So let's go trade right now. Why are you sitting there still? You lazy fuck. Let's go. This thing slides too easy. Too easy! This thing drives so much better than when I got it. It doesn't feel like it wants to constantly kill me. The brakes are better. It sounds better. Overall, it's f***ing awesome. You think a quarter tank of fuel is enough to make it 24 minutes? We about to learn today. It's honestly pretty stout. Now, if you're a real goofy goober and you haven't watched any of the trade-up series yet, you got a lot of catching up to do. But basically, I started with my Camperman's Camaro that I had $4,800 into or something like that, and I have traded my way up while decreasing the amount of money I've had into the trades up until this point. Going through a wide range of vehicles, and I've gotten people to add cash, and I've sold parts to the point where I'm currently invested $2,288 into this 75 Corvette. And we're about to trade for something, hopefully, that is listed for $13,000. So at the end of the day, we've got a lot of equity on our plate, and that's what we want. We want a better car for less money. We are continuing on that journey right now, buddy. Hey, she dances. Hey, yo, bro. Yo, you got some gas money for me? Yo. I can proudly say that I've fixed so many things in this car. My only hatred towards it is this locking gas cap. I hate the locking gas cap. I gotta say, I'm really excited because the car we're hopefully gonna trade for is something I've never messed with before. I've never had this type of vehicle, and it is already my style. So I really hope it goes through. Best part of this car is that fucking cam, buddy. Sounds so good. The cam and this right here. This is a car I'm still scared to like really bang shift or power shift because it feels fragile to me. Corvettes are just, you give me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. I don't want to rag on them too hard. I feel like they're made of glass, because they are. They're fiberglass. Also, every time I move, the hood, wait for it. The hood pops up because there's no latch. But it opens backwards, so it's not a problem. All right, highway trip number 2. Much less sketchy than the first time. The first time was miserable, and I was death gripping the wheel the entire way. And my legs were really hot, but I think I fixed that. It's not making me alive anymore. Rockwood. That's like, it's beautiful out here. This might be the quickest drive to any trade up yet. I almost feel like it's cheating, but at the same time, I'm really glad we don't have to drive for 4 hours again. And we are here, I think, though I don't see a car. This is it though. Now we're at a guy's house. I'm not gonna try to film him. I'll talk to you if it goes through. You know the saying, if it's too good to be true, it's probably not true. That was the case here. The easy, quick, 2-day trade up that only lives 25 minutes away. Of course he didn't want the Corvette. In fact, I didn't even see his car. He didn't even open the garage. He looked at the Corvette for 3 minutes and said, no thanks, and went back inside. So that was definitely a waste of my time, but what can you do? But I am going to look disappointed for the entire drive home. In my heart, for some reason, I knew that trade wasn't gonna happen, even before we left. But sometimes you gotta try. Basically, that car we were just about to trade for, maybe, was a 1947 Dodge Custom. So like a super traditional hot rod. It had flames on it. It was LS swapped. It would have been definitely a trade up value-wise. And I was pretty excited to mess with it, but this car is honestly not nice like that. Like, I didn't even look at it, but I know it was a lot nicer than this. And that guy struck me as somebody who wheels and deals a good bit. So that's the first failed trade up we've had. We haven't made a trip somewhere and had somebody not want our car. These Corvettes, man, they're bad luck. C3 Corvettes, don't get one. Nobody wants them. Oh, we're back. Hello. I found another trade and I just went to start the car up and the starter got completely stuck. The starter was turning for about 30 seconds. We also caught that on film. I'll insert that right here. That's not good. I've taken off both starter wires. Are you serious? Yeah. I have replaced the ripped off battery connections and I've made sure all of the wires are not touching. No terminals are in danger of contacting each other. So if I connect the battery and it does this again, that means there's something internally wrong with the starter or the solenoid. I really hope that doesn't happen because I'd have to take the header off to change the starter. And I just want to trade this car, okay? I really just want it to be okay. All right, battery's on, starter's not on. That's good. I've got my trusty wrench, so I will quickly disconnect the battery if it does this again. That's so annoying. I do not want to do a starter on this stupid car. Oh. Well, I think there's something wrong with the solenoid. I think it is sticking.
Should I hit it with a hammer?
I'm thinking that's the easy solution if I could break whatever's fucked up loose in there with a hammer. But I almost feel guilty doing that. I'd have to, I guess I could tell the guy I'm trading with if that works. I don't think it's gonna work though. Let me give it a happy little dink with the hammer a couple times. I think I have the problem identified. The entire battery post side of the solenoid is loose. And that's not a matter of tightening a nut. And as you can see, the starter is held in by the header, basically. Awesome. Let me try again. I'm gonna touch the key so fast. Yeah, no. Of course I took the wrench out. I hate this car. I hate this car. Well, I guess we're not trading today. I made the decision because the car is already jacked up. I'm gonna try to swap this without pulling the header. The guy I got the car from said he already put a starter in it and he had to remove the header to do it, but I'm choosing to not believe that. But it feels as if these starter bolts are cross-threaded and it's making me worried. It's making me really worried. They're way too tight. Why are they so tight? Why are they so hard to spin? Uh-oh, SpaghettiO is what I'm thinking right now. Okay, one came out. How about number two? Where you at? Looks like I gotta keep pulling it by hand. Oh wow, that's way too tight. Oh, that's scary. Oh, I don't like that. You will never catch me owning a C3 Corvette again. I've had 3 now, the third one being on Patreon, which you can go watch right now. And I haven't liked any of them particularly much at all. Bolt is out. Now, can I remove the starter without taking the header out? Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. Come on, please. Please be nice. Oh no. Please. Oh, come on, please, 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 please. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy, Mr. Starter. I'm your friend.
I'm your friend, Mr. Starter.
Why are you being shy? Mr. Starter, why are you being shy? And why are you so heavy and why are you so greasy? Newsflash, everybody. I still hate this car a whole lot. Come on, why are you wedged in there like that? Stupid piece of... It looks like it'll come out. The problem is, it doesn't want to come out. It literally looks like someone cut a hole in the trans bell housing for this reason. Let me show you. The starter's stuck in here, look. It looks like someone already clearanced the bell housing for this problem, but it still feels stuck. Now, I definitely think I could pry this out like with a pry bar, but then the issue would be getting the new one back in. What a stupid design. It's like a puzzle. And God, I hate puzzles. Okay, well, now I'm seeing firsthand why he took the header off. But you know what I don't want to do today? Take off a header. I think I might go for brute force next. Oh, Mr. Pry Bar doesn't even want to get it out. Oh, it's close though. At this point, it might be easier to drop that stupid ass header. Cause I think she's stuck. Fine, I'll do it. Header unbolted. I fought this one bolt that was half stripped till the end. So now, Mr. Starter, would you like to come out and play? There you are. There you are. Hi, Mr. Starter. Oh, it's so good to see you, Mr. Starter. Oops. 2 days And $100 later, I have a starter from the local auto parts store that I'm going to reinstall in this terrible car. As you can see, I got lazy and put it on the lift, so I don't have to lay in the leaves anymore. Now hopefully this goes smooth as butter. Pop on in there, baby. New starter installed. Hopefully it works. By some magical stretch of luck, I have brand new small block Chevy header gaskets. So hopefully this isn't too terrible. Header installed, starter done. If it sticks again, I'm gonna do something really bad on film. Really bad. Let's try it. By the way, I left the window down for 4 days and it rained a lot. Now the inside's real wet. Why is the starter contacting the flywheel still? That's bad. I hate this car. Oh, thank goodness. It's been like 3 days since I put that new starter in, and I just messed around with some body shims, specifically 2 of these ones. 2 1/16 shims underneath each bolt between the starter and the block. She's dialed. Starter sounds good. Oh, it's not sticking, not grinding. That's a big success. So now maybe let's actually trade it. Now that I've failed to trade it and had to fix it, maybe let's not have any more problems. I'll see you soon.
One eternity later.
Finally, I found another trade. And this is an interesting trade, one that I was pretty skeptical about until I looked up the values of these on Marketplace and realized, oh, that is a trade up. And on top of that, the guy wants to add cash. And he's also driving pretty close to us, so we only have to take this stupid Corvette like 10 minutes down the road. So let's go right now. And hopefully we can get a badass trade up plus some cash, making the whole trade up challenge in a credit of money. Yeah, that's right. More than $2 grand, baby. Hopefully this is the last time I start this pig. Actually runs pretty good. Now let me see if the headlights will work. Ah, just the way GM designed it. Manual. Oh, let's go. Oh boy, she's awake. If I ever pull up in a C3 again, you have permission to come and castrate me. Don't let me buy another C3. I don't like C3s, but I do like what we're about to trade for. We're almost here, and I'd like to remind you that after that starter we installed that cost $100, I'm into this $2,388, which is not bad. And the guy that we're about to meet told me when he first messaged me, he wants to add $4,000 on top. I don't know if you know math, but that's like almost double the amount of money I have into this trade-up challenge. We're meeting at a gas station. Is he here? It appears we may have beaten him. Let me park in the very back, in a creepy spot. Also, I would like to state, before we do any more trading, all of these trades happen naturally. They happen on Marketplace. I either find these cars on Marketplace and I message them, or they find my listing and they message me. Whether people know the channel or not, the trades happen organically. We're not faking this, so I'm just gonna hope that all goes well. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. A 2010 Ford Raptor. Let's see if this goes through. Test drive time, as usual. Holy shit, this thing is f***ing cool and a lot nicer than I thought it would be. I've never driven one of these. In fact, I've probably only seen a handful of them in person. It's in really good shape. If I'm being honest, there are 2 downsides. Downside number 1, 202,000 miles. Downside number 2, it's a 5.4 truck. And these came with 6.2s or 5.4s. 5.4s were very underpowered. Not as desirable as the 6.2s, but it does have something that makes up for it. Oh, you can hear it. Oh, you can hear it. She's got a supercharger. Oh my gosh. If we pull this off and he trades with cash on top, this might be the best trade up yet. Because this thing is bad f***ing ass. I've never been in one of these. Oh, I'm excited right now. I don't know what kind of tune this got in it. I could hear like some spark knock. It's not great. Hopefully that's not a big problem. I mean, it drives really good though. I know nothing about these. If I'm being real with you, I do not like mod motors. I don't like 3 valves. I don't like 4 6s and 5 4s. I think they're gutless boat anchors, but it's weird. It's like half throttle. It's got a little spark knock sound. It's not like detrimental, but it's not great either. It shifts good and everything, and it drives great. He just put all new like Fox shocks on it and stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a Ford Raptor. I'm a hot rod guy. Okay, this is an off-road specific truck, and that's not really my shtick. But I do recognize that this thing's cool. Slow. Even with the blower, it sounds cool, but it's very slow. Is that floored? Yes, that was floored. I don't know, there might be something wrong with it, which makes the offer of $4 grand on top make more sense, I guess. It does sound like the belt's squeaking, so maybe it could use a belt or a tensioner or something. Maybe it's not making as much boost as it should. Boost gauge does work. I do like it, but I am wary. I'm a little skeptical and a little worried about this sound, if you can hear it. It's like they put 87 octane in it and it's tuned for 93. Like, it's making that sort of sound. Which, I mean, it doesn't scare me that much. It's not like rod knock or anything. It just sounds like it's spark knock. It also kind of smells like the ganja in here, if I'm being completely frank with you.
Wanna know why?
Why? Yeah, I'm hitting that before I get back. JK. Oh yeah, it's a bad belt squeak. When the belt squeaks, it makes no boost. So that tells me it needs a new belt or a tensioner or something. Because it makes a little boost at like low RPM full throttle. And then once it really starts building boost, belt slips, no boost. Feels slow. Basically, I think I've already diagnosed it. I'm a little worried because there's a chance it's about to blow the up because it has 200,000 miles and it's supercharged. But I like to roll the dice. And I don't want to touch that C3 again. So if he's game for this truck plus $4 grand on top, we're money, baby. Let's see what happens. So that went well. He really liked the Corvette, and I really liked his truck. He thought I was putting the money on top. I thought he was putting the money on top. Safe to say, I'm not leaving with the Ford Raptor. Damn! This Corvette is f***ing cursed. We were talking, super cool guy. I gave him money for his time because he drove almost 2 hours here. I felt really bad because that was just a loss in translation, you know? In the listing for this car, I said, I will not add cash, but you can. So anytime somebody mentions cash, I assume it's them. So you know, that probably is my bad. But that guy was so unbelievably cool and understanding. No hard feelings at all. It happens, it's life. I just can't win with this Corvette. In this entire trade-up challenge, which I think at this point has been, what, 7 cars? 8 cars? We have never, ever showed up somewhere and not traded. And in this Corvette, we've done it twice now. That's unbelievable. What do you think about this situation, cameraman?
I feel really bad.
I mean, I feel bad, but like, cursed Corvette, trade number 2. You know, I did kind of think that was too good to be true. I was like, why would he want to trade the $10,000+ Ford Raptor plus $4 grand? But I don't know. I guess it makes sense if he values it at less than that. Whatever. The puzzle put itself together while we were talking, and I was like, oh no. Oh, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Pretty soon. Bye. Hello. It's been 2 weeks since the last attempt, and I'm ready to embark on another attempt. This is a vehicle that I thought about trading pretty early on, but decided not to. But turns out people don't really want an ugly 75 Corvette, so I'm gonna gamble and hope that this is a trade up. Honestly, value-wise, the way they both are right now, I think it's a trade up. So we got a 45-minute drive, and buddy, we better come home with something different, or I'm gonna go crazy. Cameraman, hop in, buddy. We're being followed once again. If he can keep up. Man, his car's f***ing jumpy, buddy. I would like to add, not once, not a single time have I gone out of my way to drive this car. Just like the last C3. Neither C3 I ever wanted to drive, ever. I just realized it's been an entire year since we started this trade-up challenge with me buying my cameraman's Camaro. Say hi, cameraman. Makes me think, like, yeah, this Corvette is not a great trade-up from that Camaro, but you gotta think about it. We've gone through a crazy roller coaster of vehicles, some super cool, some fast, some really valuable, and then we've had some pretty interesting failures along the way. But the important thing is, we have reduced the amount of money invested in this whole challenge by a lot. I only have $2,000 in change in this car that is easily worth $8,000 to $10,000. And I think what we're trading it for is easily worth 12 or higher, especially once we get done fixing it up. So we've got 30 more minutes ahead of us. Let's hope the cruise is smooth sailing. I wish I didn't say that. This is literally the exact same road that the last C3 blew up.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah. That is the gas station we blew up at with the red big block C3. Unfortunately, that was the highest valued vehicle we had in the whole challenge, and that's the spot that it all went down a toilet. And now we're just trying to rebuild. I f***ing hate this car. If I ever buy another C3, unsubscribe and block my channel, because I will have turned on myself. Saving grace this car has is those Speedy Sport mufflers on the back, available at speediesequipment.com. Damn, they sound good. As much as I do kind of dislike this Corvette now, it's cruising well. It's redeeming itself. Temperature's good, oil pressure's good. Cruise is a lot tighter than it did when I drove it home. It's not that bad of a car. I'm just definitely not a C3 guy. But good news is we are 10 minutes away, so hopefully we don't drive it home. And we are here. I'm not gonna lie, that was a miserable drive. I really hope that he loves this awesome C3. Ooh, I already see the potential trade. Short bed C10. Actually, relatively solid short bed C10 with some problems. It's cool. Boy, oh boy. I am the proud owner of a 1968 short bed C10, factory short bed. Best part of it is not a 75 Corvette. And it's actually really solid. Like, I went underneath it, the frame is mint. Inner rockers are gorgeous. Healthy sounding small block. Car runs nice. And it also has poly fuel injection on it. Pretty cool. Need to put some fuel in it and then see if she makes a good drive home. I can already tell it drives a good bit better than that Corvette. I have filled the very tiny fuel cell. It does not appear I'm going to be able to turn the heat on. That lever's missing. Now you might be wondering, why did that guy trade his short bed C10 for a C3 Corvette with a multitude of small issues? The answer to that is, he thinks this truck needs an oil pump because he did not like the oil pressure it had. I was wary about trading for this truck because I thought there might be something wrong with the motor. It might have a serious oil pressure problem, but I mean, I'm seeing 40 PSI right now cruising. It drops down to like 15, 20 when it's idling. I mean, it's like, that doesn't worry me. It's a small block Chevy. I don't know if I should be worried, but so far that doesn't scare me. The truck's at about 150 degrees operating temp. It does not have low oil pressure right now. So we'll see how it does the rest of the drive home. As of this moment, I don't really think it needs an oil pump. Don't bug me, nothing. We'll see if it gets worse. We'll see if it makes it home. We'll see if it blows up, but it runs pretty good. I don't think it's gonna blow up. I had to pee, so I stopped at the gas station, another one. And we let the truck idle until it got to 190 degrees, and we still have over 10 pounds of oil pressure. Let me tell you something though, buddy. If there is something wrong with this truck, I'm the one to find it. I promise you that. Okay, I still see oil pressure. Now we're at 194. I'm not gonna turn the fan on. We're right there at 10. Bad sounds. I don't know. Okay, well, hard. When you floor it or give it constant gas, it loses oil pressure. 40, 30, 20, all with the same throttle input. Yeah, all right, maybe we do have to pull the oil pan and give her a peek. Real quick, I'm pulling off. I just want to check the oil and make sure the level's not actually low, because I checked it quickly without like wiping it off and putting it back in the motor. I did the lazy way of just making sure it had oil. So let me see if the oil is low, because that would make sense if it's sucking it up and then there's none at the bottom to suck up and the pressure's dropping. You know, we'll see. That's like the most confusing dipstick ever. You look at one side of the dipstick, it says it has oil. You look at the other side of the dipstick, as in like, flip it around, it doesn't look like it has oil. And they say fuel injection is the way to go. Hey, look. Weird.
It was dropping down to 10.
Well, that's pretty weird, isn't it? Uh-oh. I went into this trade thinking there's no way that truck actually needs that motor fixed. I'm way too optimistic sometimes. This vehicle is somehow better and worse at the same time, I think. Got it in the shop on the lift real quick. Let me show you what I mean. I'm gonna pull the dipstick out, check it. I don't know if this is how it's designed to be, but you look at this side of the dipstick, doesn't read anything, but then you look at the reading side and it says it's full. I don't know if it's designed to be like ultra slick on the other side so you can't tell, but I don't like it. I might just be super dumb. I understand, don't worry. But what I think I wanna do is put it on the lift and drain the oil out and see how much oil comes out. Like literally measure how many quarts are in it, because it's acting like it's low on oil. Now, we did see around 5 pounds of oil pressure at idle hot. You know, that's not great. I'm not gonna say it's great, but it doesn't scare me that much because there's no bad sounds. It could be too thin of oil. Normally I run 1540 in old motors. But again, you shouldn't do everything I do. I would hate to be a trade-up challenge and like screw somebody over with a blown up motor. So I'm gonna do my best to do the right thing right now.
Our new Misfit Mustang hoodie almost matches the color of the truck. It's a little close.
I don't like teal. I don't like the color of this truck. And thankfully, my beautiful new Misfit Mustang sweatshirts are not teal. They're blue. And they have dope ass fucking graphics on the back of some dope ass motherfucking Mustangs. What do you think of my new truck, Josh?
I like it. It's a lot better than that Corvette, even with a possibly hurt motor.
That is the one thing the Corvette had that this didn't. A very healthy 350.
Other than the color, this thing looks badass.
The frame is really solid. Bad spot is right here. Core support, which is actually really, really easy. And it's honestly not that bad. I could weld a patch into that super easily. It really is not bad. It's got a nice newer bed floor, a crappy fuel cell that's way too small. I'm kind of surprised we made it here. Besides that, I mean, this is not a bad truck. Not a bad rig at all. I am putting off draining the oil. I'm very scared right now. What's the verdict? You guys think the oil's gonna be terrible and full of metal? You think there's gonna be like 1 quart in it?
I'm hoping it's low.
I'm hoping it's low too, but I'm not realistically thinking it is. All right, she's ready. It does not really look scary. It's got bubbles. I don't see metal. I don't know. It looks like oil. It's either this or that Corvette. There are no sparklies in it that I see, so I don't think it's like cooked. I do think it probably needs an oil pump. I should like cut the oil filter open. I don't really feel like it. I'm a terrible mechanic. I like to give everything the benefit of the doubt, and usually I'm wrong. I don't know what to think. Final answer. Oil pump's right here, so it shouldn't be too hard. And it already has a blue oil pan gasket on it, so there's a chance I'll be able to reuse the oil pan gasket. So I'm inclined to just drop this pan and take a look-see. Okay, Mr. Oil Pan, what secrets do you hold? Please be juicy. Of course we'll have to raise the motor up, of course. These motor mounts are pretty easy to unbolt, and that is what I shall do. Gotten the motor raised up a little bit. Not bad. Nothing too scary in there. This is looking like a stock bottom end 350, but it looks really fresh. Like really nice cross hatching on the cylinder walls. Looks like stock crank, stock rod, stock pistons, nothing crazy at all. Here's our oil pump. Also, that pickup tube looks brand spanking new. Oil pump says USA on it. Nothing crazy there. I don't know. Oil pump drive shaft's engaged fine. I'm inclined to swap the oil pump and I guess see what happens. Hello, we're back. I'm starting work today by just popping off a rod bearing cap to assess the condition of the bearings, just to make sure we don't have an oil pressure problem. Because the oil pressure wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't missing either. So I don't think it's a big deal. However, I'm mildly worried because this oil pump doesn't really look old. I mean, granted, it's not gonna look old because it's inside an oil-filled engine, but I was hoping for some obvious issues. So gently tap off Mr. Rod Cap here. All right, I don't know. One more rod cap. This one looks the same. Okay, everybody, you can stop screaming through your screens right now. These bearings are bad, really, 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 really bad. Really bad. They're scoring, there's metal transfer. You could even see some metal contaminants that have embedded themselves in the aluminum. So what I could do is roll new bearings in, but the problem with that is, with this kind of damage, there's a real possibility the crank is damaged too. And if the crank is damaged, that means it's gotta come out. So first thing I'm gonna check, I'm rubbing my fingernail over that crank surface. There are scratches in the crank that are catching my fingernail. That's not good. Well, I can also see some of those metal contaminants still in there. Doubt the camera would be able to pick them up, but there's like little crumbs of metal. See that right there? They are contaminants still just chilling right there. Yeah, look at that. It's on my finger. Little flecks. See those little flecks on my finger right there? Uh-oh. Well, Tom, you done f***ed yourself for the third time. Worse than any other time, just about. You know what I really, really, really don't want to do? Swap a motor. You know what I also don't want to do? Rebuild a small block Chevy in a truck that I'm not attached to at all. This was the gamble I took, and it was the gamble that the guy that traded me did not want to take. So, that Corvette's not looking so bad right now. Yeah, when in doubt, it's usually not the oil pump. This is a lesson I'm learning the hard way right now. If you have low oil pressure and weird oil pressure like we did, it's probably not the oil pump. The oil pump is pretty simple. It usually does its job as long as there's oil there and it doesn't have a bajillion miles on it. Oh, man, it sucks because the cylinder walls look awesome, but the bearing surfaces do not. Out of curiosity, I kind of want to drop a main cap and look at that just to see how bad that is, because my guess is it's also bad. I don't really know if I even have to do that though, because I can kind of see that we're in a bad situation. Let's look at that surface together. Those are not beautiful polish marks. Those are scores. Oh man, especially this one. Yikes. Oh, that's not good. This one's worse. The Tom's Refurb Trade-Up Challenge in the first 6 months started off great, super strong. Almost nothing went wrong at all, ever. Now, it's slowly going downhill and destroying me in the process. Destroying my spirit. You see that when I hold the flashlight just like that? Check that out. See those marks in the crank? Short bed C10. Woo! Tom's Refurb Flat Trade Challenge. Just trade. Tom's Refurb Trade Challenge. Damn! Oh, that sucks real bad. You guys can thank Papa John. I pulled the oil pan off of this and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna swap the oil pump. Papa John was like, you need to pull some rod caps because there's a really low chance that's actually the oil pump. You know what? I need to get him down here and look at this. Hey, just for giggles. Before Papa John comes and tells me how bad this is, I'm gonna pull a main cap too. See how bad it is, because my guess is real bad. Hey, good news is though, it's a full bowl main small block Chevy, buddy. 3/4 race cam, double haunt heads, hit the gas in this some you hop a Coke can. Just won't have no oil pressure when it's doing it, that's all. That's all, folks, no big deal. Man, main caps are tight. I wonder why. You guys probably put it together. I'm kind of a dumbass, like I'm an idiot. I do the bare minimum on just about everything to make it work. I think I've only rebuilt like 2 motors in my life. I'm the engine swap kind of guy. The, hey, let's get rid of that one and put in a good one. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this, but it should be interesting. I'm gonna ID this main cap right quick. There is some contaminants in that oil. That oil is full of junk. Now, how about a main bearing? Oh yeah, good job, Tom. Drop the bolt on the dirty floor. Ooh, ooh, nice. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. I'll use a rag off the floor because it doesn't matter. Can't get much worse than this. Let me just toss some 2050 in there and keep rolling. Let's look at that crank surface, shall we? Oh, I can't wait to see what Papa John says about this. Oh yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. That bad girl looks like an acoustic guitar string. Guess what? Good news. It feels terrible. Hey, Papa John. Check out the motor in my latest trade-up truck. Just tell me what you think. I pulled a main cap and 2 rod bearing caps. Groovy. Where's the bearings? Over here. Whenever you see copper, not awesome. See the rod caps?
That's definitely groovy. Well,
I think that crank needs turned.
I didn't want to say it, but crank turn new bearings.
Yeah.
So what happens if you don't change your oil, boys and girls? You get fluctuating oil pressure and groovy cranks.
Good news is you could trade some idiot for his Corvette.
Well, it wasn't like he lied, so.
He was very upfront about everything. No hard feelings. This was a risk I took. That's worst case scenario, just about. I'm surprised it didn't have rod knock yet. Josh, do you see anything wrong with this?
I'm no expert, but that looks a little worn and not good.
Como se dice? I found one. The trade-up challenge is hard because I've given myself a budget of max $500 to put in every vehicle. And granted, I'm gonna have to go a little over that to make this right, but I still want to stick to it. That's the kind of thing I'm gonna be looking at. Honestly, some random 350 out of another C10. Dude, I'm gonna make this truck a dog. I'm gonna put some 100 horsepower, high miles 350 in it, and it still has a stall in it, so it's gonna be like, yeah, we could go 283, we could go 307. The world is really ours. It's a small block Chevy.
Inline 6.
Let's eradicate most of the value. Man, I didn't want to do it. Engine swap. But either way, rebuild this one or put in another one. The motor's gotta come out. This trade-up challenge is just, it was like this. It was like, That's how it feels right now. I'm putting on the bad bearing caps just to take the motor out. And while I do this, I'm reminiscing on 2 days ago when my plan was to not trade for this truck and to wait to trade for something better because I was offered this truck pretty early on, like back when the starter went out over a month ago. And the guy told me I had some weird oil pressure and I immediately was like, no, I don't want that. And then 2 days ago, I got impatient because no one else wanted the Corvette. So I was like, all right, f it. I'm gonna trade for that C10 and roll the dice. I rolled the dice. I rolled the dice and they landed in the toilet. And not even like a nice toilet too. Like if you go to a really yucky campsite and they have like a latrine, like just a hole in the dirt and everyone shits in it, that's where the dice landed. I'm currently kind of stuck. I can either rebuild this engine, which requires tearing it down to the bare block, taking it to a machine shop to get the crank turned and get the block hot tanked, or I have to replace it with another one that I buy. And either way, I have to pull the motor out. So let's see how fast you can remove a small block Chevy. What time is it, cameraman?
It is 2:09.
2:09, let's get to work, buddy. Torque converter, unbolted. Mr. Coolant, come on out. And go all over the floor for me. Radiator, come on out. Aiden and I are teaming up. He's working on pulling off the headers. I'm removing the charging system, the fuel system, basically everything bolted to this stupid crappy motor. Distributor, come on out for me. I am curious to either pop the valve covers or intake off and see if this is a roller cam motor or not. My guess is no, but I have to be sure. Oh, the wiring on this truck's so bad. The wiring on most hot rods I usually find is bad. It's like people have never heard of fuses before. Both headers are off. And so is the Sniper EFI. We've got everything on top disconnected. We just gotta lift it up, do a couple more bell housing bolts, and this thing's coming out. No offense to the 7 female viewers we have. That's a girly color and I don't like it. Last 2 bell housing bolts fought me especially hard, but I now have the transmission held up with a ratchet strap, and I think we're ready to yank this sucker out. There it is. Oh, come on, Hood. Come on, Hood, I don't want to take you off. We are gonna have to take that hood off to put a motor in it. There we go. Thank goodness. If it gets crazy, we'll just let it hit the floor. That ain't even bad. Hello, stupid motor. Nice to meet you. All right, what's my time? What time do we start?
2:09. 3:56.
Just under 2 hours.
Hour and 47 minutes.
Yeah.
Now what? Disassembly in an hour?
Scrap it. Scrap everything. Scrap the truck, scrap the challenge, scrap the YouTube channel, quit. We live in a hole. Well, folks, on that note, I'm calling it quits on this video, because it's been by far the biggest cluster of a trade-up video yet. The Corvette broke, we failed to trade it twice, and then we finally did trade it for an even bigger pile. Case in point. So I think I'm gonna try and find a motor for this thing. If not, I'm gonna have to rebuild this one. But regardless, it's not happening today, and it's already been a huge mess. So let me know what you thought of this mess. Let me know what we should do with this truck. Should we try to do something crazy with it, or should we stick to our $500 budget that we've had for this entire trade-up challenge thus far? Should we paint it, or should we leave it this ugly, stupid mint green that I dislike strongly? Let me know in the comments. I'm open to opinions. Thanks for watching the best damn automotive content on YouTube. If you want to see more, check out the Patreon, because we've got a lot of fun, adventurous, cool cars on there that you won't see here. Check out tomsrefurb.shop, because we have some badass merch that has just dropped, super fresh. And last but not least, check out Speedy's Equipment to grab yourself some stainless steel exhaust products. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed and cry, even though it's 4 p.m. See ya.